See the document again today. Things wherever it says my AC unit is cut out, like blatantly darkened out. It's been a hell of a day, and I just need to sit down for a while.
Hello ladies and gentlemen. Since the last time I uploaded this video, a lot of you guys reached out to me and asked me one question in particular. Where is my AC unit? Where did my AC unit go? What happened to the AC unit? Okay, to be honest, I never thought I would be putting out my experience on YouTube like this, but now that I have already made one video, I feel like I owe you guys some closure. But before that, there is a bigger scam we need to talk about. Yes! Remember how I told you that I got scammed because the movers and packers I chose turned out to be fake Agarwal packers and movers. But what happened to my friend Nivedita Prakasam was something that shook me. I'm going to get you all the scoop and all the mental harassment my friend had to go through while moving from Bombay to Coimbatore, even though she contacted the real APMs in a hot minute. Before that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do that right now. It's a red button, you click on it, it's free and really helps my channel. And don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. I know it's a lot of things, but it will take a minute and it will really help my channel. Alright, let's get into this. I need a transition. I need a fun transition. How about this? Pew.
Hi! Hi,
Hi.
Nivedita.
Hi, Surbhi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy Diwali. First of all.
Happy Diwali.
You just moved your entire house from Bombay and you
Yeah,
shifted to Coimbatore. What was that like, man? What was
It
the moving
was-
experience like?
hell on earth. That's what we're going to talk about today. Usually I rant on Twitter and like complain on Twitter, but then I'm here on YouTube to do this because I know you have this whole thing going on, Surbhi. I saw your videos. In fact, Surbhi, I watched your video about the fake Agarwals before I booked my movers and packers. Yeah, I
Okay.
watched it and I remember thinking to myself, I can't let this happen to me. This is not something. I'm going to be really paranoid about booking my movers and packers. I want them to be original, authentic, good people, right?
Yeah. And then?
All right, you guys better sit down, all right? Because I'm gonna give you like a proper breakdown of everything that happened from the beginning. Okay, so here's what happened. I decided we had to move out of Bombay because things were getting worse in Bombay. Now, I'd already done a lot of research about booking movers and packers because I was doing it all by myself. And it was an entire house. I wasn't moving just a few things. I was moving an entire 2 BHK with things that my family has gathered for like years and years. We've always used a different movers and packers to move our things. It's always been a local guy. I think even that one was Agarwal's, but a different kind of, the brother. There
Yeah.
are two
Oh,
Agarwals. I think the previous
yes.
time it was the brother. Yeah, there are two Agarwals. I think they fought and they split their business. And one
It's
has
always
one with like a
that.
yellow. Yeah.
It's always the
And
fact that they had some internal trouble and now they're about to screw everybody's happiness, you know? Like,
Exactly,
just
because now
get along, brothers.
now they don't have any experience anymore. Like they boast about having an experience of so many years, so they can't go wrong, but really they've split, so we don't know how much experience each of them have individually. I spoke to them and oh my god, they were so professional when they were booking the consignment. They had a virtual tour of my house and they told me things like there were things that were still in boxes because we just moved to Bombay like a few years ago. So there was still, some of my things were still in boxes. And this guy in the virtual tour, he looked at them and he said, oh, we're going to have to take these things out of the boxes because we don't trust your packing. And I was like, wow, okay, I guess if, you want to take my things out and pack it again, if they don't break, I'm good. Just do that then. And these people, they came on time to pack my things. But after they started packing, like these guys they looked like, I'll be honest, I had like expectations. Okay. I expected them to come like in APML t-shirts,
Yeah, so much.
I think there would be something like some sign to say that these guys are from APML, some kind of professional get-up. But there wasn't. These guys were just like every other packers and movers that we've ever had. And these guys were very young. They were like kids in their like 18 to 23, I'd say.
Wow.
They're very young boys who were very skinny. And I was like, how are these guys going to pick up my beater? I go to the room and they've like folded my mattress. So my dad freaks out and he's like, what the heck? Why have they folded the mattress? My dad's a really angry guy. So he was like, look, I can't let this slip through our fingers this way. And he came from wherever I had sent him, like from my sister's house. He came back to the house to fight with these guys. And these guys got a little tense after that. And after that, because they got tense, they started doing a really bad job. I was ready to let all of it go. Okay, listen, my only aim during this move was to not get the virus somehow.
Maybe if you look at it, the packing process looks like it will be the hardest, but in fact, for you and I, the hardest was when you retrieve all the products and like turns out they're not in the shape you packed them in, and half the things are broken. And that's when it really hits you, because it's like, wait, I paid you money and I paid you way more money than I should have paid, and this is what I get.
Even the guys who came, they told us to get the truck driver's number. The truck that was taking our consignment, they told us to take his number because I don't know, like, and when these people tell you, oh, you should probably take the driver's number, you're like, okay, this is probably something we should do then if these guys are, suggesting it. They told us to put a lock on the truck. And we were like, are these people saying that APML would steal our stuff? Because APML didn't tell us to do any of these things. The day we were coming to Coimbatore, we called APML. And the problem with APML and these kind of companies is that you never have a one person to contact. You always, every time you call them, you call like a call center. So I call these people and these people are telling me, I'm sorry, but your consignment hasn't left the Mumbai warehouse. And
how the fuck hasn't it left yet?
Yeah, it's been 4 days. How has it not left? Now I'm freaking out, but I'm thinking, okay, but we do have the driver's number, so we can call them. And these guys who packed our stuff were right. Although they were not professionals from APML, they were actually the people that helped us the most because we got the driver's number because of them. And we were able to call the driver. And the driver's like, oh, I'm just like in the next city, I'm in Tirupur or something. Tirupur is very close to Coimbatore, right? APML wasn't helping us at all. So we started communicating with the truck driver ourselves. And we were like, how about you come to this address? And he didn't know what to do because he's a young guy. He doesn't know the language. He's in Tamil Nadu for the first time. It was like really lost. And we felt really bad for our truck driver because nobody was helping him find my house. And he was feeling so lost. At the end of the day, he came to our house walking from wherever he was. And he was like, I don't know how to get here. And then me, my dad, my watchman, all of us like stood there and explained to him how to get to my house. And then he went back in an auto and he brought the truck. I called them. The truck is in front of my house. You guys aren't here yet. And the lady is still like, but my computer says that your things will reach in 2-3 days. And
it's in front of my house, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, but the things are here. I'm here. Literally, the only thing that isn't here is you. You're the only thing that isn't here.
All this after you've paid an amount that
an exorbitant amount.
Yeah.
Like I am so pissed off mostly because of how much I paid for this.
So the guys who came to drop my stuff, they were not even from APML. They were from another service called Gati. I was complaining to these guys about like, hey dude, where is my fucking AC? And this consignment that you are making me sign says that my AC should also have been here. Then where is my AC? So they were like, don't tell us. We don't know anything. This is what these guys put in our truck, and this is all we've been told to like transfer to your house.
For your AC, did you pay any money for insurance?
No, they didn't tell me that I would need insurance. They would just like,
Okay.
again,
APML has an insurance. I paid money for insurance. I insured all of my things. All right. And when I came here, I couldn't even claim my insurance because they didn't write down, they didn't declare the prices of my things. They emailed me and told me that, listen, we'll just give you a settlement of 5,000 rupees. Just give us your account details and we'll pay you back 5,000 rupees.
That's not enough. I'm sorry.
I was like, do you know how much I paid for this? And they were like, oh no, we can't help you with that. There are no other options. So just take the 5,000 rupees.
But the minute I found out, so what these guys did was that they came to my house and they packed my stuff, and then the truck left and went to their warehouse. They sent me the stuff and turns out they didn't send my AC, which was the biggest thing, because I was like, why are you withholding my stuff? Yeah. I'm not the one to be like not trusted here. You guys try to fraud me. The blatant like cutting out on the consignment and saying that this stuff never existed was like the one that got to me. Because like then you can do anything. You might as well just say, this is not my stuff. This is somebody else's stuff. Because it doesn't have marking on it. I don't have a name tag written on everything. I don't have Surbhi Bagga class 10th B on everything, you know. So I have now given up on my AC. I'm no longer contacting these guys. It is a real headache. And I tried calling multiple people. I tried calling like this scam company's senior head. And he was also trying to convince me that just send us the money and we'll send you the AC. And I was like, no, man. I feel like at this point, I might as well just like let go. Because what if you have the money and the AC? That would just such a,
No, but that's such a sick thing. First of all, they told you that they don't have the AC. And then they started saying, you give us the money and we'll give you the AC.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I could have hired anybody else and I would have had a better experience. Anybody. Like I could have hired a scam artist and they would have done a better job for me for a lesser price. God, dude, I have to tell you how much I paid for this. That will make
How much? Tell me.
I paid 93,000 for the entire consignment. 93. 45 just for transportation. It's not a joke. Like, when I tell you that I paid a lot of money, I feel like people don't realize how much money.
I'm glad you mentioned the money because, oh my God, that's a lot of fucking money to go through all this fucking hassle, even after paying this much.
Exactly. In my last email, I said, you know, I went and left a really nasty review on your site. And I saw that a lot of other people had bad experiences with you too. And I really hope that affects your business. Like, I really do. That was the worst thing I told them.
Okay, out of this whole experience, Nivedita, what are some learnings that you've learned and would like to give it to our subscribers, my subscribers on youtube.com?
I do have tips to give to people who are first time movers or young people that are moving on their own and things like that, because I feel like, no, actually not just young people, even older people, you don't know what to do in these kind of situations. No matter how many times you've moved, sometimes you just don't have a hold over your packers because they do things without your knowledge, right? So one of the things that I would suggest is, first of all, get a local packer and talk to as many people as possible. Like, this helps because you can get the person that charges less, but also gives like, you see, you're not, out of my experience, I don't think you're going to get a flawless move. Like, it's just, you're very lucky if you get a flawless move, because it is a hard thing to move all your things, even for the person who's doing it.
Especially I feel like intercity is still like manageable, but like if you go from one city to another, that is when it adds another layer of stress.
Like, so far away also. I just think you should like find the cheapest option, but also people who aren't imitating another, like, you know, there are a lot of these scam Agarwals. A lot of them have gotten the wrong Agarwals.
Oh my God.
Nobody got the right agarwals. I'm the only one who got the right agarwals, and I had a bad experience.
Thank you, Nivedita. I'm sorry that I had to make you go with this all over again. This must have been
Oh,
really
man.
traumatic.
That's fine. Like, as long as it helps somebody else. I think what
Okay.
you're doing is very noble,
an awareness.
Surbhi, because it is awareness. Consumers in India need to have some kind of connection with each other and know what's happening when they pay money for a service and how irresponsible most people who provide these services are. Don't choose APML. Don't choose APML. Whatever you do, stay clear from them.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen.